stuff. But footwork is one of those, top skills.
I mean, the first week of practice, we'll work on pivoting, but we'll even work on like how to set a screen.
If you have great footwork, a lot of the other
I think
skills
that's kind of a huge thing to work on.
is on. Look at how the kids are using their feet. You'll be surprised.
All right, welcome to Coaching Youth Hoops.
Ouch.
How are you?
I am doing great.
Is the weather always the same where you are? Like, is it always 70 and sunny?
I wish. No. No. Yeah, we have a rainy season. Uh,
When's your
and
rainy
then
season? Coach lives in like the Palo Alto area. I'll leave it a big. Yeah.
So rainy season, starts in the fall, November goes through. Actually, we had rain last week, which is not common, but last week being, what are we, May?
Yeah.
So yeah, May. Or when we're recording this, it was
Yeah.
May. So we had rain through May, but not a lot in May. Um, but
And
yeah,
rainy
now it'll
season
be
is like every day it rains, or it's
no,
just
no, no,
no.
no, no, yeah.
But
No.
it's sunny some days.
Oh yeah. In between there, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Because I'll go.
It'll get down, it'll get frost, right? So you'll wake up and it'll be, 32 degrees and some days at high of 40 during the winter and 50, so
Have you
but yeah,
seen
then the
snow?
summer
Have
is
you
a
ever had
nice,
snow?
yeah, not very much, of course, but gone in a day,
Yeah.
less than a day.
Coach is from Wisconsin. He grew up in Wisconsin, so he knows what
Yeah,
snow
so
is. Yeah.
exactly.
People are excited
No,
about
no,
their.
nothing like that. I do miss the change of the seasons. It's not as dramatic as it is in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But
Like this is like right in April, May is an awesome time of the year. Not as good as the fall. I love the fall the best, but
on the
spring,
weather aspect, I'm happy I'm here versus where you are.
yeah.
From a lot of other aspects, we don't
Financially, no.
financially know. Yeah.
All right. So, Coach, let's give a big shout out to, our 250th episode, right? We're gonna.
Yeah. Coaches, to celebrate our milestone and your milestone for continuing to listen to us banter about
Yes.
coaching youth basketball. We appreciate you and appreciate the hours that you put into listening to our podcast. So we want to give back. Go to coachingyouthhoops.com, click on the Get Started button, and create a practice plan for your entire season. Right now, only through the month of June, we're giving away, or we're discounting them 25% to celebrate this milestone of 250 podcasts. At checkout, use podcast 250 to get that 25% off. Again, only through the month of June of 2025. So go check it out, save now, plan early and save now.
All right. So today's topic is footwork.
Yeah. Well,
Interesting. So tell me what you're thinking about with footwork, because it's a
I
lost
haven't.
skill.
It's a lost skill. I mean, I always say you shoot with your feet, right? It all starts with the your base. You play basketball, right? You gotta have light feet, quick. But it came up in a game the other day when one of the dads brought it up to me um, about how the kids are pushing off on their back cuts. And coaches, I know I was thinking, oh my gosh, there's so much to teach, right? With 2 days of practice and, an hour and a half. But footwork is one of those, top skills. If you have great footwork, a lot of the other skills, you'll be better at all the other skills. If it's rebounding, even ball handling, shooting. So don't overlook footwork. I must talk about it every day in practice of some sort. You play with your feet and how to run and all those things. But, think about each of the drills that you do and the footwork involved in those. And a lot of times, look at the details of that because that could be what's wrong with how the kids are performing, right? Pushing up the wrong foot, right?
Right.
Um, anyway, footwork.
Coming off of like we work a lot on I mean, the first week of practice, we'll work on pivoting, but we'll even work on like how to set a screen, the footwork on a screen and coming
And
off
all
the
that. Yeah.
screen. It's they just there's no Fred Astaire's on my team. I'm gonna tell you anyway. That's
Yeah.
um, but
Well,
none of them would.
defense, we didn't even
Yeah,
mention that, right? I mean, defense is it's
none of
all
them would
footwork.
be on Dancing with the Stars. I'll make it more pertinent to this
Mm,
generation, because they just it gets messed up, and it's like that's the nuance. Like I always tell them, I said Steph's already got his footwork and is already prepped before he catches the ball. Like
right.
he's
Right.
already shooting it as the ball comes into his hands almost. That's how fast
Hmm.
it is. Um, but his
Yeah,
footwork is already, it's already happened. So um I just think that's
definitely.
yeah, I think just that's kind of a huge thing to work on. And I at the youth level, I keep it really basic. You know, I would do it on pivoting off your left foot, pivoting off your right foot. Where are your feet? How are your feet set when you catch the ball to shoot? I mean, I would not make this overly complicated initially because if you keep it really simple, you'll see it's really bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we
um,
always talk about on defense, we always talk about happy feet,
yeah,
right?
right.
Keep your feet happy, which means, moving. I always reference the movie Happy Feet, the kids cartoon and or animated
Wow, that's an
movie.
old one, isn't it? That's an old
Yeah,
movie,
it's
dude.
with my younger ones, it's fallen a little short, so I got to come up with something else. But still, Happy Feet, Happy Feet is a good analogy just on defense that you can't be flat-footed. You got to be, balls of your feet. Uh, Constantly, hard. I was going to say, I was thinking of something that's hard to describe over a podcast, but constantly just moving your feet, jabbing, right, on defense, even on the offensive side, right, being light on your foot on your first step, extending, pushing off, with the ball, without the ball. So you're absolutely right. Keep it simple. So when you're teaching something new like defense, I think defense is the easiest one. Just talk about the happy feet. If you're talking about their first step when they have the ball and they're ripping through, check their feet. Tell them how their feet should be. Pivoting, as coach mentioned, and maybe one or two things, but always think about, well, what's their footwork on X when you're teaching it, right? And how can their footwork improved after they get the basics down of whatever that is you're teaching? The shot is so important,
Right.
right? Your footwork on your shooting. We teach the hop shot, so you have to have happy feet on that as well. Not as exaggerated, but still may have to be moving.
I know it's all that. And it's like, okay, so I'm gonna make you feel old here before we stop, coach.
Yeah.
But Happy Feet was 2006.
Was it really?
Yeah, it's almost 20 years old. So yeah,
How could that be?
Robin Williams was the star of that movie. So
Really?
yeah,
Oh
Elijah
my
Wood.
gosh.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Okay, thank you for that.
you're welcome.
Now I
I'm just
feel
trying to
old.
make Coach feel old. Anything I can do to make you feel a little bit older and catch up with me.
What
That
we might so my kids watched it. My son was born in 2004, so yeah, he must have watched it later in his as he was when he was older, and I was associated with being
I know,
newer.
I know, I know.
Oh my
All
gosh.
right. So
Okay.
anything else in closing, Coach?
Yeah, just again, coaches, as you're thinking about footwork, it's one of those under taught skills, but probably one of top 10 should be on your top 10 things to focus on. Look at how the kids are using their feet. You'll be surprised how quickly they will grow in their experience, their explosion, their shooting might change, their defense will change. So if there's something off, check their feet,
Right.
right?
Yeah. And if nothing else, is a small little correction that can kind of help them. I mean, it doesn't. Yeah. All right. Anything else, Coach?
Yeah, go check out coachingyouthhoops.com. We got a gift for you to celebrate our 250th podcast episode, but you got to hurry. It's only good for the month of June, June of 2025.
Yeah.
You'll get 25% off of all practice plans. Go to coachingyouthhoops.com, click the green button that says get started. Use podcast 250 at checkout to save 25%.
Yeah. And you only got 5 days left to use that.
5 days left.
5 days left. It's going to go away. All right. Till next week, coach.
The next week.